Hey y'all, welcome back to another YouTube video. Yo, today I'm gonna be talking about my experiences with the marijuana. So yo, back in high school, 10 years ago, back in high school, I was 17. My boy always used to smoke. He was always smoking. And I was just real curious. So I was like, what's that? Like, what's up with that? So we started smoking, we started chilling. We started watching movies, listening to music, talking about life. Everything was enhanced, everything was great. But sometimes, man, I wish I never did. Sometimes I wish I never smoked. I started smoking heavily at a certain point. I started really enjoying it. I started smoking heavily. I started getting my own people to get the weed from and all that. So I started doing all that by myself. And then I started realizing that I was trying to escape all the time. So I was escaping from reality, one. Two, when I was in a public space, I started getting extremely paranoid. Like all eyes are on me, like, and I didn't like that feeling. And maybe that was all in my head, maybe that's all in my subconscious, but I'm a very conscious person, so the weed was bringing it forward. But I still started ignoring it. I ignored it. I ignored it for a very long time. I ignored it for such a long time. I ignored the fact that this stuff was causing me pain. And like I've said in the old video a long time ago, that weed and drugs, just drugs in general, bring out your subconscious mind. And once your subconscious mind is out, you start dealing with things that you've been locking away. So I've been locking away a lot of pain, a lot of trauma at that time that I didn't even know that I had. Um, so then I just started really getting into it. And it really made me dull. Like it made me super dull. It made me super dull. It made my personality dull. It made my life dull. Like I just thought like everything was just eh. But now I'm out in nature, I'm breathing in the good air and all that, the good Jersey air, whatever that is. And I'm smoking, well, I'm chilling. I'm not smoking. I'm chilling. And you know what I'm saying? Like I'm enjoying it. But when I was smoking, I was not enjoying that type of stuff. I was just smoking, going in the crib and just doing much of nothing, much of nothing. And it started getting to me because like I said, I'm a super super conscious person, super conscious person. I'm a super conscious person, right? And that really started bugging me out. Started tweaking. I started tweaking a little bit because I knew I wanted more for myself, but all I was doing was smoking and getting depressed and even having some suicidal ideation, which I knew was not good for me. So I went to the rehab. I went to rehab for like 6 months. I done therapy and all that, the whole nine. And I just always thought that maybe it was just me. Because everybody seems like, they have a great time smoking weed. Everybody seems like they're like amazing smoking weed. So yeah, I stopped smoking for like 2, 3 years during that time, within my 10-year span. And then I started picking it up again. I don't know what it was. I think it was the summer night, if I'm not mistaken, because the summer night in Jersey, or summer night period, it just feels good out. It feels nice out. It feels like a nice time to get a little high. So I started getting back into it, and then I even got a job into the medical marijuana industry. I even got a job into that, in which I'm still at right now. So I've been there for 3 years. And I have such easy access to this stuff now. It's like water to me. Like it does not mean nothing to me, but the temptation is real. The temptation is real. And yo, I just still to this day did not like how it makes me dull. Because I'm lively. I'm a lively person. I'm a very lively person. If you meet me, I'm a very lively person, very joking, very funny. I joke and laugh a lot. You feel me? But then when I'm off it, nah, I'm a whole different person. Like, yo, last week's videos, I was getting off the smoke, and I feel like last week's videos, I was not as expressive as I am now. And you probably see that. You probably see that. I'm a lot more clear-minded. I talk a lot more fluently, And you know, my ideas are just a lot more rampant and a lot more creative. So now I'm stopping. I'm stopping from smoking, and I'm really trying to stop. But the temptation is around me every single day, literally every single day. So it's like I'm trying to get out of this situation. What I started to see is that I needed to make a sacrifice, and I needed to make a sacrifice to reach to the next level. Yo, there was something my boy said to me that really stuck with me, that God does not want to see you suffer. And if you don't believe in God, why should you see yourself suffer? Why should you make yourself suffer? You don't want to suffer. Is suffering something you want to do? No, you don't want to suffer, especially off your own inclination, off of your own choices. You don't want to suffer from your own choices. And you're going to learn that. You're going to learn that. You probably learned that the hard way. And that's how sometimes the cookie crumbles. That's how sometimes the cookie crumbles. And yo, being in being in this industry has also shown me people with the same type of outlook. There's a lot of people that haven't seen in a while, or that I've seen take breaks and have came back and were like, yo, like I feel better, but now I want to smoke again or whatever. Or even some people just have withdrawals, and a lot of people are gonna be like, nah, you don't get withdrawals off weed. What you talking about? Weed ain't a drug. Weed grows on earth. Well, yeah, weed grows on earth. You know what else grows on earth? Opiates. Opiates grow on earth. So you got to think about that. You got to put things into perspective. Now, of course, I'm not trying to say that weed's just as bad, but you know, weed is good, but it's like a balance, bro. You got to have a balance. You got to have a balance. But yeah, I've witnessed a lot of people deal with the same type of feelings that I have. Even the other day, someone asked me like, hey, like, do you feel this type of way when you haven't smoked in a while? And I said, yeah, that's actually why I'm stopping. And yo, I've seen all walks of life, and you know, it's not for everybody. And if it's not for you, bro, it's not for you, and it's okay. You don't gotta follow everybody. You don't gotta be a sheep. You just gotta be yourself. And you don't want to suffer. And if it's making you suffer, don't do it. All right. So that's all I gotta say for y'all, and that's all I gotta say. Have a good rest of your day. Have a good night, whatever time it may be for you. I appreciate y'all for watching this video, bro.